Hey y'all, Matt here with Grafted Branch Homestead, and today let's talk salts, specifically smoked salts. So what is smoked salt? Well, it's salt that's been smoked. And what would you use it for? You can use it for a lot of things. You can use it for rubs, you can use it just as a after sprinkle on your food or when you're cooking, and it's great to add a nice savory, smoky, delicious flavor to your food without having to smoke the food and go through all that work of it. Delicious even by itself. Keeping some of this smoked salt on hand is a great way to enhance your food and really add something extra to it. So let's go ahead and head out now. We're going to put together our smoked salts. So there are many different types of smokers you can use. Your barbecue grill just with some wet chips in there. We're using the indoor smoker right now, and I am aware that it is outdoors. This Weston one works great, especially for smaller items like this. Is really good. Absolutely love it. But basically all you're doing is a cold smoke. So any way you can get a cold smoke done on the salt, that's what you want. We're not trying to cook it. We're just really trying to infuse it with that flavor. Here we're going to prep our salts for smoking. So I got myself a wire mesh, wire screen. This came from a splash guard that goes on a pot. I tore it out so it would fit in my smoker well. Next you're going to need some sea salts. These are the flakes. A good sea salt and a large flake will hold the flavor well. So I'm going to spread my sea salt out across the grate here, evenly as I can and not too thick. Cool, so now I have my spray bottle. You want one that has a nice fine mist to it. This is the continual spray. And to that, we are going to add equal parts water and a little bit of alcohol. I find that whiskey or bourbon works really well with the smoking and the flavor and all. So put just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and spray the salt. We don't want to soak it, but we do want to get a good even spritz to it all across it. That's going to help it hold the smoke. With this neat little indoor smoker that I'm using outdoor, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and set it to cold smoke and set that for 2 hours. So for today's smoking project, or today's salts, I decided to smoke them with oak. There's many different types of woods, a couple of them, hickory, apple, pecan. There's a ton of different types of woods, and the type of wood that you pick is really going to affect the taste of the smoke, of the salts. And so keep that in mind. I know a lot of the woods like the apples and peach and fruit woods really go together well with like fish and breakfast things, or what have you. Also, the time that you allow it to smoke is really going to affect it. Anywhere from 1 to 14 hours about. And so it's definitely going to be a lot stronger if you let it cook a lot longer, and a lot lighter if you don't. I found 2 hours is a really good smoke for what I want, and the 2 hour mark is what we use. Alright, so it's been just over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. And I'm going to pull the foil off here. Had the foil on the edge just to help keep the smoke in. And we're going to pull that out and we'll bring that inside. The longer you let it smoke, obviously the darker it's going to be and the richer. And I can just go ahead and pull this off and mix it up. Take a jar or airtight container, and we'll put that in there. I do want to mention, if it's still really wet, you might want to give it just a little bit to dry out. And I'm going to throw a couple of these silicone gel de-moisture packs, and these are food grade, and you're going to put in however many based on the container size and the size of these, and you can throw those in there, seal it up, and that salt's going to be good to use on all kinds of things, cocktails, rubs, on your food. A lot of uses. Howdy there, Matt here. Are you yourself interested in trying out some of these smoked salts but don't want to do the work? Well, no problem, got you covered. Head over to graftedbranchhomestead.com where you can pick up yourself a sample flight of our smoked salts. So each one comes with about 23 grams of smoked salt that make you a bunch of meals. There's about 2.5 ounces in the entire flight. So grab yourself a flight today.
Remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Tooey.
Party pooper.